It was a cold and snowy evening on March 5th when Captain Goldfinch was walking down King Street. Edward Garrick, a 13-year-old apprentice to a colonial wigmaker, John Piemont, spotted the captain and began taunting him.
It sounds like trouble's brewing.
Yes, and this is what happened next. Captain Goldfinch tried to ignore the young lad. However, Private Hugh White, a lone British sentry standing guard outside the Boston Customs House, overheard the exchange. White stepped in to defend his superior officer. Their verbal spat descended into violence. Losing his temper, Private White stepped away from his post and struck Garrick in the side of the head with the butt of his musket, knocking the boy to the ground. The boy cried out in pain and fled, but his companion and nearby bystanders immediately turned on White, throwing snowballs and screaming insults. The ruckus drew a crowd from the surrounding streets and taverns. Someone rang the nearby church bells, the universal alarm for a fire which caused dozens of citizens to rush out into the streets. Within minutes, a small neighborhood squabble swelled into an angry, aggressive mob of several hundred men, hurling chunks of ice, oyster shells, and clubs at the terrified Private White. White loaded his gun and called for backups. Captain Thomas Preston arrived with 7 soldiers from the 20th Regiment to relieve Private White. They loaded their muskets and formed a defensive semicircle in front of the customs house. The crowd dared them to shoot, yelling, "Fire!"
The Patriots wanted the lobster backs to fire?
Yes, it seems that they wanted a fight. A thrown club struck Private Hugh Montgomery. He fell to the snow and dropped his musket. Montgomery recovered his weapon and angrily shouted, "Damn you, fire!" Then he, without orders, discharged his musket into the crowd. Captain Preston never ordered his men to shoot. A witness, Daniel Cornwall, recalls, "I heard a voice say, 'Damn you, why do you fire?' 'Don't fire!' I thought it was the captain's voice."
Fire! Don't fire! I'm confused. Did they fire?
Yes. All the commotion panicked the soldiers, and they unleashed a ragged series of musket shots into the crowd. 5 colonists fell dead in the snow of King Street that night. Crispus Attucks, a sailor and rope maker, was the first to die. Samuel Gray, a rope maker, and James Caldwell, a mariner, died instantly. Samuel Maverick, a 17-year-old apprentice and ivory turner, died the next morning. Patrick Carr, an Irish immigrant, he died 2 weeks later.
That's very sad.
Yes, it's sad. But understand that this was another milestone of American sovereignty.